To be doing music again? Well, I mean, we're going on 30 years, so I mean, that's an accomplishment in itself and something that we're really proud of. To be able to share these memories together and creating music, and every single year that we do a new album or do new songs or a Christmas album, these are things that we never forget and things that we love and become a part of us. So to be able to still be able to do that is definitely a blessing and something that we cherish.
It's something that we talk about quite often. Is the stability of each other in the music, in the journey, because it's not easy to be a group for this long. It's not easy to be successful this long. So I think it's always been important for us to deal with each other, bonding, and just like making that connection through music. This has been a journey that we've cherished for 30 years, and it's something that's very important to us, and we want to continue that, hopefully for another 30.
And our goal was to always have a career.
Exactly.
Not, when we made our first record, our first album, and it did really well, and that was only in Europe before we ever broke in the United States. And then we finally broke in the US and on our second album. And everybody was worried after our first album, they would ask us, are you worried about the sophomore slump? Well, then we made our second album and it did really well. And then our third album was Millennium. And then they're like, well, how are you going to top that? And we've always just tried to create great work, be proud of what we do. Make music that we're proud of, make music that we want to listen to, and focus on the music. Focus on the music, and that has led us to 30 years. So I just wanted to reiterate that we have always wanted a career, and thankfully, we're going on 30
and
years.
And to tie that thing up at the end, because I started it. It's really easy. Music has been the soundtrack of our life. And it's amazing to be able to live it through our music.
I mean, this is our very first ever in 29 years, almost 30 years, our very first ever Christmas album. We have had a few Christmas singles. We have done a slew of Christmas radio shows. We've done Christmas promotion. We've never had a full LP, mainly because of scheduling and time. We're usually on tour. We now know that you need to make a Christmas record at the beginning of summer. It has to be done by August and then released in October, which is a little surreal, making a Christmas record in shorts and sandals here in California. But it was an incredible experience. We got to pick our favorite timeless Christmas records to do covers of, as well as we have 3 original Christmas songs on this album, 2 of which we wrote as a group, and another was written by a Grammy-winning, amazing producer, Mr. Gary Baker, who we've known for years and we've worked with for years. And again, we finally get to share our love for the holidays with all of our fans around the world, because Christmas is celebrated around the world. And we are super anxious for the world to hear this record. We're very proud of it. Christmas music is timeless. And Backstreet Boys, I feel, are timeless. We've been very fortunate to be around as long as we have because of the music, because of our amazing fans. So I hope on behalf of the 5 of us that everyone thoroughly enjoys our Christmas album for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, AJ touched on it briefly, but these songs, especially the classic songs, are truly our favorite songs growing up as little kids. We all decided when we wanted to make this record, we wanted to do something that meant something to us. So in the process of choosing the songs, we all put our wish list out there. And then the ones that, the kind of the cream rose to the top, the ones that had the most votes on them were the ones that were lucky enough to be chosen for this record. But I feel like the body really shows itself from some unbelievable classic ballads to some great up-tempo songs. I feel like we've done a great job. We worked with some great producers that really got the best out of us. I always tell people, it's if you can imagine Boys to Men meets Pentatonics meets the Backstreet Boys, because there's a lot of a cappella, there's a lot of R&B harmonies in there. It's really soulful, and I think it's a good representation of us, who we are right now.
Also, we've had a lot of people ask us the question why it took so long for us to make a Christmas album. Someone just recently said, really, you haven't had an album out yet? And I think really it comes down to the fact that, number one, I mean, we've been touring the world and been really busy, but I don't think that this album would have been as good as it is right now if we hadn't had this almost 30 years of experience that we could kind of put into this music. We were able to take our time and to really make it the best album possible. I think it would have been a lot different years ago than it is right now, and I think it was meant to be, and we're, like Howie said, we're really excited for people to see and to hear one of our best work ever. Oh, Howie likes chicken wings.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do for his voice. I don't know what they do.
Raw chicken wing.
Yes, chicken wings. I mean, something that we've done for years is the five of us have a little group prayer. We take turns who's going to lead it every show, kind of a round robin deal. We've also done stuff with our entire crew, or if we had dancers and our security, we all have a big group prayer, and then we all put our hands in the middle like a sports team, and we have a little chant that we do, which we haven't done lately, but each of us kind of has different things that we do before the show to mentally prepare, but that's one of the key things we do as a group to kind of ground us, center us, calm us, get our focus right. We talk to each other, remind each other what we may or may have to do that night, and just go out there and put on the best possible performance we can.
I still, to this day, warm up before every show.
He does.
And Kevin can attest to that, because he has to share a room with me. And he has graciously been kind enough to let me still warm up every day. Before, we used to all be in the same room, and Nick would get so frustrated. He would break the CD. He'd throw it out the window. He'd stop the player. Whatever he could do to stop me from doing it.
But you have to understand, the problem...
Talking about vocal warm-up.
Vocal warm-up.
The problem is that Howie actually still has the CD. Do you understand? It's like they don't make CDs anymore. Okay,
now.
they had to go out and get like a
2022,
Discman
bro.
for him, okay, to be able to play this thing.
No.
No.
Not at all.
We can answer that really fast.
Yeah, no,
That is
no.
not true.
Next
Okay?
question.
These guys just told me. No, because I just asked them the question. I said, "Are you excited because we're getting ready to go to Europe?" And I said, "Are you guys excited?" They said, like, yeah, really. Because listen, we're able to go out there and travel the world, and this will be like, I don't even know how many tours and albums that we've done this together. But every single time we go out there and we share new memories, like I said, together and experiences. And we've all been like playing golf. Most of us have been playing golf together.
Yeah, I was going to say, this most recent tour that we just wrapped up, the U.S. and Canadian leg, I feel like outside of the beginning of our career in the early days, this was the most time we've spent as a group on days off, whether it's four of us playing golf or some of the guys going camping or surfing, just engaging more with each other. It's a different dynamic now. And to me, I feel like there's more maturity amongst the five of us. I can't count.
Kevin's
Just
back in
four,
his
yeah. No. Amongst the five of us. And there's kind of a newfound love for what we're doing right now. I think obviously when the world shut down, everybody had time to kind of self-reflect. We all still talked. We all still communicated, checked on each other. And we kind of got this kind of rebirth, this kind of reinvigoration before we went back on the road. And I feel like it really helped. And we are having a ton of fun. And like Nick said, we're looking forward to going back on the road and making more memories and probably playing more golf. And don't know about the camping so much in Europe, but I'm sure we're going to spend a lot of time.
Going to great dinners.
Yeah, dinners.
Some great European cuisine.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, and also sharing experiences of our children together, like backstage and showing pictures of our kids and FaceTiming them and the other guys saying, the other uncles saying hi to our kids and stuff. There's a lot of things that we share in common now, and it's really, I think, brought us together even closer than before.